Okay, let's see if I can try this one. Maybe this tool is not the one I'm looking for. Which one? So I've outlined it, but I need to cut it out. So actually I can do this. Alright. Alright, so we have the first one done. And this will be for here. However, I'm going to sand it down, cut it up in a way where it's easily, you know, everybody can understand that it's supposed to look like this. Alright, it's going to take some time, so give me a moment while I flesh this out. Alright, so as you can see, I have applied the plow plate on Godzilla's back and his tail, giving the pattern of the spinal column since it's 3 rows. I'm not going to remove this that I mentioned before. It's going to stay there, and I'm going to probably add another spinal here just so I can keep it in check. Then I'm going to put 3 more here. I haven't done yet, as you can see. Probably put some over here as well. But this is what I'm looking at. Now, many of you are saying, why are these things too big? Why is it so long? Well, my theory is if I would have done it short and accurate, it wouldn't look pretty good because of the amount of plow plate that I will probably, the amount of putty and epoxy putty I'm going to put on this kit. I'll probably end up maybe putting about a good, like up to here in thickness, since I'm going to applying layers and layers, especially all around the green. The black area is going to be left alone because, you know, it's not going to look good if I'm going to be moving certain parts here, you know, left and right. This goes all the way down to the tail, will be here, here, and here. So this is kind of like what I'm looking into of doing. Now here's another thing that also I was a bit bothersome, because my original thought was I was going to mold the putty, mix it and whatever, then apply it over the scales. That would have been good, but then I had a distinct feeling what will happen is the actual plate will be peeled off, you know, removed, you know, it'll come off due to the stress of me applying the putty, and then I'll screw it up. I'm kind of like second guessing myself, but then I thought of this, that maybe I should do what I did with the camphor. See, when I did the camphor and I applied the putty with a mixture of thinner, I say 1 part putty and 1 part thinner. What I'm probably going to do is do 3 parts putty and 1 part thinner. So it's still a solid state, but it has something malleable. Then I will apply it over the scales as one layer, wait until it dries, a second layer, wait until it dries, so on and so forth, until it has some sort of girth thickness to it. That is my thought. It's going to be very, very troublesome what I'm going to do, and I have to be very careful. Because obviously this is going to be covered, and then I'm going to shape it with the sculpting knife or whatever I use. The arms is going to have to be, you know, I'm going to be removing the entire body, especially all this, since I'm going to need it to make this. And then actually I got to remove the body and the legs and all that stuff, so you guys can see. Plus I gotta see if I can try to put in an extra toe or two here. 2 toes. I know Godzilla has 4 toes, but I'm gonna make it 3. I'm gonna remove this armor part here and this part here, which most likely will look like this. If I can get that out. Come on. Alright, so there goes the foot. There we go. Be a lot better this way. Like that. Alright, so far, so good. It's coming along. I think it's the only thing I could do. Oh, wait a minute, there's more to this, I apologize. So again, applying the putty, like I said, then doing the mixture of this and applying it in the areas that I think it should be required. So let me get started with this in preparation for this. Okay, so now it's time to test out this putty, this epoxy putty that I've been reading about. It's just like any other epoxy putty. You just mix 2 of the ingredients together, and then I'll do a chemical reaction. Now, since here's the head, and I know I can pretty much make the mouth and the head and all that stuff like this, I need to work or figure this out in a way where I can mold the head properly. The magazines that I have gave me some detailed information, some design features, and I was like going through all the other photographs I have been looking online of Godzilla. There's various different types of heads. We have the original Godzilla from 1956, 57, I think it is. Then you have, of course, the Destroy All Monsters version. You have the Godzilla versus the Cosmic Monster, also known as Mechagodzilla. You have Godzilla 1985 or 4, I think it was, which was basically the return of Godzilla. Then, of course, you have the new ones, the recent ones that came out back in the 90s, the 80s version. Don't even count the 1998 American version. And and whatever other heads and design features that Godzilla had. The one that I'm more thinking about making it close to the original, or close to a current one, is this guy. This is a figure type arts of Godzilla from the what's it called? Godzilla versus the Sea Monster, or what I like to call Cookie Monster version. And if I bring it up close, we'll see some detailed features of Godzilla. See if I can get the camera a little better. There we go. So this one is a little weird in a way. It has that weird, Cookie Monster look to it. But I like the eyes. Didn't realize after looking into the camera, it's come on, focus. There we go. Yellowish eyes and black. And then, of course, you have the detailed body and its features, like what I'm thinking of doing with, of course, with this kit. Since this was the older version, it has the, large spinal column and then smaller spines here. since I'm doing this one, which is basically a more modern version with the 3 spines right there. And then when I apply the putty and let it dry, I will then form the scale-like looks to it using my sculpting tools and knives. And then here's the tail. Like I said, there's 3 types of scales going up and down. Doing the roundy thingy here, that's something I don't know if I'm planning to do. And of course this Godzilla had 4 toes. Didn't realize if the magazine shows the updated one. Hold on a second. With more than 4 toes. Excuse me. I should have marked the page. Whatever. Don't worry about it. Don't want to bore you with all that. Let's start working with the Tamiya putty. With the epoxy putty, Mr. Hobby Putty, as you can see. So I'm going to take both of them out. So according to the instructions, one is the putty and the other one is the catalyst. Or this could be the putty and this is the catalyst. Whatever. I guess I have to take equal amounts. So let's open this up a bit. So I'm going to squeeze it a bit here. Of course. I need to open up a bit. Okay, there we go. Good. We're going to take out about, oh, I don't know. About a quarter of an inch worth of it. And we'll work with that. So we have that. And then we'll work out. I haven't worked with anything like this, so I'm definitely going into some uncharted territory. I might as well do it this way. Yeah, that should be enough. There we go. Let's seal it up. And there's some plastic here, some clear plastic we have to remove. Okay. I think we removed everything. There we go. Alright. Apparently this is what you have to do. Take both, like so, and then mix them. There, it's done. No, it's not. You're supposed to meet it. Keep turning it until both colors are now merged together.